Well, it's not every day that a top-of-the-table clash lives up to the hype as much as that, and we're going to get into why this game produced moments like this.
Sakamoto to send the other one right off the post.
An absolutely unbelievable night, and what better way to kick it off than with the fans. Sky Blue Fans TV, Miles and Luke, what a night to be a Coventry City fan.
Oh, what a night. We're back up where we belong, and if there was ever a statement needed, that was it tonight.
And Miles, this has been a tricky period of time for your side. This is a Boro team that are in form. How big is this result for your team?
It's absolutely huge. I mean, like you're just saying, you know, our dip in form recently over the last 10, 13 games has been a bit worrying. Going into this game tonight, we knew that we had to get 3 points out of this, and tonight just showed that the team can still do it. And it was just that togetherness that we've seen at the beginning of the season, we're seeing it tonight. Let's just hope we can just keep pushing this now, because this is what dreams are made of. You can't believe what we're feeling, all of us, the Sky Blue Army and everyone. It's just unbelievable, it really is.
You guys touched on it before as well, but it's well documented just what this club have been through over the years. How vindicating is this journey that you guys are on? It almost feels like you're on the straight and narrow path, and you came through one of the biggest tests. Your away form has been questioned, your home form, no doubt about it.
Yeah, we've had a dip. We were doing really well up until November, and then all of a sudden it just went downhill. A lot of fans stopped believing, but everything we've been through for over the years, we just feel like now we're just on the cusp of the promised land, and quite rightly so. It'd be nice to be back up there.
Miles, I have to talk to you about Haji Wright. This is a man that lived up to the billing today. A hat-trick against a team that was top of the league. How good is he? You hear the fans singing his name right now. How good was he today?
Oh, he was unplayable tonight. The performance he put in, the shift, we've been wanting that for a while, and we've not been seeing it. And tonight we're seeing it from him, but not just from him, but from everyone. But I'm so pleased that he managed to get a hat-trick, and we finally got a penalty. After the second game of the season, we got another penalty. But I'm so pleased for him. Hopefully it kicks him on now for the rest of the season. We've got 14 more games, and hopefully we'll see that Haji Wright now for the next 14 games, because he was unplayable tonight.
Everyone's bouncing now, everyone's full of elation. You guys are top of the league, in case you didn't know. But what I wanted to know was, what was the fan sentiment before kickoff? How were you guys feeling? Was there anxiety in there? Would you have taken a draw?
There was a lot of anxiety, especially the way that Boro played against Sheffield United. I mean, myself, I thought, you know, I'd happily probably taken the draw. But coming in, when that first goal went in, I just felt like I needed another one and another one and another one. I always wanted that 2-goal cushion to feel comfortable. Then at, 3-1, I thought, counted down the minutes. And at 85 minutes, 86 minutes, I could feel I could start to relax. My heartbeat started to slow down.
Well, we're approaching the final straight of the season now. What do these boys need to do to ensure that this isn't just a magical season, but a season that will get you into the Premier League?
I think now they've just got to kick on from this. They've got to put that performance in now for the next 14 games, and they could write history in the history books, and they could become our heroes for the rest of our lives. I was there in '87 for the FA Cup. They became heroes in my life. These boys now can be heroes for all these youngsters, this little lad here, everyone behind us here. Never seen us in the Premier League. We've seen us in the Premier League. I've seen it, but these guys haven't. And this means such a lot just to the fan base. We are a community, we're all together. We've backed these boys all the way from League 2. We could have fallen out the Football League, and we are now on the brink of getting to the Premier League. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Come on!
Well, Kwaku, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Amazing.
The Sky Blues are top of the league, and I can't wait to get into it.
Let's get into it.
Well, as the crowd filters out of the CBS Arena and the dust settles on this top-of-the-table clash, I guess it's important to dive into just how crucial this game was because of the respective forms, Kwaku.
Yeah, it's almost like it was the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. You think about how good Coventry have been at home here. They're the best team in the league. And when you look at Middlesbrough's away form, they're the best team in the league away from home, the kings of the road. And so it was really interesting to see the matchups of this team. And we know Coventry haven't been in the best form. It's been well documented. a 3-game winless run heading into this one. Middlesbrough, the most informed team in the division, 6 games in a row they've won. And so it was pressure on Coventry, and we saw that play out in an interesting type of way.
Now, you said Coventry hadn't won in 3, but when they did, it was with 3 very special goals, Kweku.
3 very, very impressive goals, 3 different goals, and Haji Wright really came to the party. Haji Wright, some Coventry fans are calling him. The first goal, it was a fox in the box, beautiful skill from Sakamoto. He passed out over to Rodoni, who's very instrumental, a midfielder that kind of did everything for them, and then you see at the end of this, Haji Wright doing what all good strikers do. The second goal, it was long ball, a direct piece of play from the goalkeeper, ball over the top. As a defender, you should never let the ball bounce. They did. Haji Wright used his strength as a target man and finished it brilliantly. And the third goal, it was a beautiful finish from him from the penalty spot. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in terms of how the penalty came about, but from Haji Wright's point of view, a big, big game and huge moments from the big striker.
And listen, Haji Wright, rightly so, is getting all the plaudits. It is a team game, and it was a team effort, certainly for goal number 1. Talk to me about Sakamoto today.
Oh my goodness, he was tireless, the Energizer Bunny on the right-hand side. It wasn't only his ability on the ball, but also off the ball, leading the press for his side, and he gave his left-back absolute fits. He was very, very good, and this first goal was just, it's emblematic of what Coventry did all night long, and it got them going. And if you look at it here, it starts from Haji Wright, the man who eventually finishes off the move. He plays the ball to Sakamoto, and if you pause it here, the brilliant thing about Coventry all night long is that the man on the ball had options left, right and centre. But what does Sakamoto do? He decides to go for it by himself. A beautiful piece of skill there. Maradona's looking down, smiling at the CBS Arena. You see Sakamoto take on his man, and Maradona turn. He plays the ball, which is always the important thing. Could do the skill, but if you don't play the ball, it's worth nothing. Plays it to Rodani, who again was tireless in his work. He plays the ball across the box like you can see here, and finished expertly by Haji Wright. Before we delve into Sakamoto in terms of the incredible game that he had in the first and second half, look at the setup from kickoff. You see where the point of emphasis is for Coventry. On the right-hand side, you have 3, 4, 5 players lined up on the right-hand side, and that's what played out for the rest of the game. They gave Matt Targett fits. More on him later. But look at the heat map of Sakamoto. On the right-hand side, concentrated down that wing, down that flank, and like I said, getting the ball, tireless work on and off the ball, leading the press from the right-hand side. And honestly, I was so impressed, Dan. The energy that he showed, of course he had to come off in the second half. He was expending so much energy. It was a huge reason why Coventry won tonight.
And it wasn't just positioning for position's sake, right? They literally had a target in mind.
100%, 100%. And I almost feel sorry for him, but Matty Targett, he had a long evening. The left back for Boro was run ragged. You saw McGree come and have to drop in and help him out. You saw Hayden Hackney dropping deep to help him out. He was run ragged by Sakamoto, and also by the other forwards for Coventry who came over to that side and exploited the weakness. And you see it here. He gives away a foul out of frustration, kicks Sakamoto, and that creates an opportunity for Coventry to get the ball into the box. And unfortunately for Targett, the penalty comes on his side as well. And if you take a deeper look at the penalty that was given away by Targett, you see in the second half there was a change of tact from Coventry. It was more long balls. A long ball comes over the top. Eccles brings it down. He sends Targett to the shops, he brings it back in, and unfortunately, if you slow it down here, look at the body position. And that's a man that has been run ragged all evening, his arms away from his body. I know he appealed it, but if you look at his face right there, you know that he knows it's a penalty. And unfortunately, when they scored that third, it was game over. But who stepped up to take the penalty? Haji Wright. And a lot of pressure on his shoulders, right? You talk to some Coventry fans, and he's been up and down this season. He tucks it away to the keeper's right-hand side, and that was game, set, and match, despite the fact that Boro managed to get a goal later on.
Well, Haji Wright, a huge night for him. He's now not only equalled his tally of last season, but he's gone one further. 12 in the whole of last season, 13 already this season. How crucial is he for Coventry's charge to the Premier League?
Yeah, we talk to the Coventry fans, and they know that he blows hot and cold, and maybe the touch isn't the crispest all the time, but what he does is he scores goals. And there was no bigger occasion than tonight here at the CBS Arena, under the lights, all eyes on me effectively, and these are the two best teams in the division so far, and the fact that he's turned up with a hat-trick and 3 very different goals, that will definitely please the manager, Frank Lampard. And there he is, revving up the Coventry fans. It's a signature after a big win here at the CBS, and the fans really needed that. They've stuck with their manager. They sung his name throughout the whole evening. You see just how much it means to Frank Lampard, and if he manages to get this club into the Premier League, it'll be absolutely massive.
And listen, every win is important in your bid for promotion, but Coventry have been questioned. Frank Lampard has been questioned after a blistering start to the first half of the season. He has moments where this game almost felt all or nothing. So it's an extra incentive for him, isn't it, that he's won?
Dan, the pressure was all on Coventry. They were the side that needed to win. They're the side that came into this game out of form. 3 games winless in the Championship. And if you look at the form of Boro, they were the most informed team in the division. 6 wins in a row. And we talked about Hellball and how Hellberg has come and transformed Middlesbrough. So, yeah, the onus was on Coventry to get a result, and the result they got in one of the biggest games of the season. Let's see how it plays out for the rest of the season, but there's no doubt about it. Those Coventry players will be full of confidence.
Well, something had to give, and give it did at the top end of the Championship. Coventry in lead position by 1 point for now at least, but tonight is a huge statement in their bid for promotion. They're singing outside. Will they be singing come May? We'll find out, and we will see you soon for more analysis on the Championship on the ITV Sport YouTube.